Coming from Business Insider, Amazon says it shut down a token leaderboard. Quote, don't use AI just to use AI. Holy hell, are you serious? Oh my golly, teach an old tech company new tricks or some such garbage. So one of the things I've been talking about for the past couple of months, one of the absolute absurdities in the technology world that we've seen for the past couple of months is this whole idea of token maxing. And to be clear, when we talk about token maxing, this is actually being pushed by a lot of people. I've seen on LinkedIn where CEOs push the idea that their employees should token max. I've listened again to the podcast where they're pushing token maxing. Jensen Huang has come out and said, every engineer should get half their salaries in tokens, right, for token maxing. And it has been absolutely absurd to see this year, this whole idea that basically employees should be judged based off of the number of tokens that they burn. Not the problems that they solve, not how quickly they decrease, resolution time or whatever else. No, simply burning tokens has been one of the big things that's been going on, at least in the United States, over the past couple of months, which has been absolutely absurd, right? Now, I understand this. To be clear, I understand Jensen Huang pushing token maxing because let's face it, right? The more tokens employees at your company use, the more hardware is going to be required to be able to provide those tokens, right? That's going to be generally NVIDIA hardware. So I get Jensen Huang pushing token maxing. Sam Altman, OpenAI, right? The more tokens you use, the more money they get. Or Dario with Anthropic, right? I understand them pushing token maxing. But one of the weird things is this whole push for token maxing has really been coming from other CEOs too. Basically CEOs and executives at companies that are actually spending all of that money. And it is absurd. Like we talk about this with Uber. I did a video, I think last week on Uber. Uber burned through their entire yearly budget of tokens by April. Right, they'd spent that much on tokens. Apparently, there's a company that didn't check what their employees were doing with tokens, and they burned $500 million in tokens in like the first half of 2026. Right, this is the absurdity that's been going on. So it does seem like companies are finally realizing that they should pull back on this idiocy, and so that's where we have now with Amazon. So basically, you had a manager, you had a department at Amazon. They created a leaderboard to track how many tokens people were using, right? So basically, whenever you put in a request into one of these LLM, one of these model systems, it will provide you not just the response back, but a whole bunch of other information, generally in what's called the JSON format. One of the things that you will also get back is how many tokens were used during that whole process. So basically, if you get that number, you can create a little system to basically have people's names with how many tokens they're using and the whole 9 yards. Well, this is where shit gets absurd. This is where the modern world of technology gets really absurd. So we've talked about gamification. So gamification has been a big idea for like 10 or 15 years, right? Once all these little mobile phone apps came out, people started questioning, hey, can we gamify work? Can we start doing things in the workplace to make it feel more like a game so that our employees will do more of whatever it is we want them to do, right? The more tickets that you close, let's say you should do work orders, the more work orders you close, whoever does the most work orders in a month, maybe they get a free pizza at Pizza Hut or whatever else. That's how try to make it a game so people are more competitive. Well, Yeah. Well, here's something to think about. What happens when you marry? When you marry in a nice little incestuous relationship, what happens when you marry a gamification with token maxing? Yeah. Oh my God. Your employee is just burning as many fucking possible tokens as they can. Oh, and that's what we get with Amazon. And it is interesting with this whole token maxing thing. I've heard reports out of like some companies where people are like literally burning tokens just to figure out what the weather is. As again, they get tracked by how many tokens they use. But the weird thing with like this whole token maxing thing, is they're not the managers aren't really tracking. They're not really tracking outcomes, and they're not really tracking enough data points to understand how people are using tokens. So if you're being measured off of token utilization, then really the only thing that matters is that you use more tokens. And so, especially with something like these reasoning models, so like with reasoning models, the model itself kind of like reiterates questions. So that's one thing to worry about with tokens, just to think about tokens. So if you have a normal LLM and you have tokens, right? There's the input request, that has a certain amount of tokens, and there's a response that has a certain amount of tokens, and that's the total token number. One of the things you get into is like with the reasoning models. With the reasoning models, you put in the initial query or whatever else. Basically, the model will then try to like rewrite that query to make it more understandable to itself, and then it'll ask questions about the query that you provided so that it quote unquote understands what you're really asking. Understand all of those steps are burning tokens, right? So it's no longer simply input tokens, output tokens, total tokens. Now you have all these reasoning tokens, which can just be. So basically with some of these companies now, you have employees and they literally just want to like know the weather. Should I wear a t-shirt today? Should I wear a coat? So you can make this like a nice little API call to open weather or something like that. You can pull in. So you can say, do I need to wear a coat today? You can pull in the weather values, or however it does. It then takes the query, it then takes the weather values, it then starts doing some reasoning, and all of a sudden you can start burning thousands and thousands of tokens, essentially just asking for a weather forecast. Right? And imagine if your employees start doing that like multiple times a day. Like, oh, it's a little dark outside. Do I need a coat now? Oh no. And then 2 hours later, it might rain. Do I need a coat now? And it just keeps burning these tokens. And this is the absurdity that we're at. So Amazon does appear that they are trying to pull this back. Amazon is looking to minimize token maxing. The company is shutting down an employee-made leaderboard that tracked AI token use because it encouraged some staff to perform tasks that didn't necessarily solve problems just so they could climb the ranks. Do you think? Quote, please don't use AI just for the sake of using AI, Dave Treadwell, an Amazon senior vice president, told staff earlier this week. Quote, use AI to help you solve customer problems, to help you solve business problems, to innovate. The move, first reported by the Financial Times, is the latest sign that big companies are pivoting from a culture of freewheeling AI spending amid concerns about ballooning AI budgets that lack the returns to justify them. Holy crap. Big tech companies are now actually looking at returns for AI utilization. And this is the big concerning point in time for a lot of these AI companies, right? Because we've been told that AI is just going to be dumped into everything that we use. One of my arguments for a while now is that just artificial intelligence just fundamentally isn't that useful. It does have a lot of uses. It does have a lot of value. It doesn't have $4 trillion in value, right? That's my whole argument. And so one of the interesting things with this is what happens when these companies start pulling back, right? So during the whole, like whenever we have technology revolutions, right? There's the initial phase when nobody knows what the hell is going on, right? So you have only experts or only people that really care about this product and they really dive in. But then you have kind of like this boost phase after that, where everybody thinks this is going to be the next great, wonderful thing. And you have just a tremendous amount of investment being driven into that particular niche in technology. And one of the reasons that so much money is being driven into that niche is because companies are trying to figure out if there is any value there. You look at the whole VR hype cycle, right? Virtual reality hype cycle. If you go back probably about 8 years ago now, there were a lot of companies that were dumping a tremendous amount of money into virtual reality simply to see if there was something there. Is there something with this technology where we can create a massive value proposition for our customers? And what they found with VR, most of them, no. Most of them, the answer was no. That's the same thing with artificial intelligence. And that's one thing I think it has gotten left out of the conversation for real technology professionals, is there's been a tremendous amount of investment into the AI space simply to see what it can do. right? You're told about all these amazing things, right? AI is going to solve science and cure disease. Maybe it can do wonderful things for your business. And the issue that we're going to run into with artificial intelligence is that just AI has its limits. Again, not being snarky, not being mean. There are things it's good for. There's a whole bunch of crap it's not good for. And as companies start realizing that, the spend for artificial intelligence is going to get pulled back. And I think that's what we're seeing at this point in time. An Amazon spokesperson confirmed to Business Insider that the internal leaderboard called Kiro Rank had been, quote, deprecated. The spokesperson said the dashboard was an informal tracker created by a group of employees and, quote, was never intended to promote the use of AI for usage's sake. This is the other thing. If you're a manager, if you're an executive in a technology company, one of the things that you always have to be worried about is what happens when your employees or your managers or leaders kind of take your words too far, right? And so basically with this particular leaderboard, this appears that this wasn't a formal leaderboard for the company, right? So what we've been hearing about for a long time is that all of these technology companies want their employees to use more and more artificial intelligence, right? So you have a motivated little geek who's like, okay, managers want our team to use more artificial intelligence. What can I do? Right? They're a good little geek. They're a good little employee, right? How do I solve this problem with technology? The problem is we're not using enough AI. As a self-motivated, disciplined geek, what can I bring to the table so that my team can use more artificial intelligence? And so somebody comes up with a great idea. Look, I'm going to create a leaderboard for my team. You create the leaderboard for the team. You now gamify using tokens. Now all of a sudden, your department is using more tokens than any other department. And, everything kind of goes to hell. That's the other thing to be thinking about with this whole AI revolution thing too, is how are your managers going to be implementing and your leaders be implementing essentially the marching orders that you're providing? And have you really given them enough information to make sure that they don't do stupid things, right? We talk about this with culture, right? The big thing with culture is if I have an employee, I want the employee to basically do what I would have done, right? If I was there or better, right? That's the whole idea of culture. Everybody's on board. One of the problems that we get to in the modern world of technology is so many technology professionals nowadays, right? The culture isn't about solving problems, right? The culture isn't about ROI or TCO or KPIs or any of that kind of stuff. So much of the culture just like numbers for the sake of numbers. So, right, if you have a culture that's all about efficiency, and you say, look, we want to use artificial intelligence to improve efficiency amongst our systems, right? And you have a good, solid culture, you might then have some of your team leads try to figure things out. Like, okay, we have this work order system, Jira or whatever else. What we're going to start doing is we're going to start tracking the speed of issue solving between using artificial intelligence and not using artificial intelligence. So maybe we'll come up with a randomization thing, right? So you get an issue, there's a randomizer that says use AI for this or don't use AI for this. We'll track when AI was used, and we'll track the resolution time, and we'll start to try to figure out, whether AI actually improves the speed of resolution. Right? That's one of the things that can be done. Or as I've talked about before, just things like brown bag lunches. Look, the company wants us to implement more AI into our systems. I want everybody on the team to pick one AI tool. I literally don't give a damn what AI tool you pick. You're gonna pick one AI tool. I want you to use that. I want you to bring that into your workflow over the next couple of weeks. And then once a week or whatever, we're gonna have a brown bag lunch. Each employee is going to show what tool that they're using and whether it's worked or not, right? And that's a cultural thing. Like when the ideas get passed down to managers and leadership, are managers and leaders going to be building things that actually improve things for the organization, the company, or are they just going to essentially burn money? right? I think this is something to ponder with us. Anyways, quote, we're focused on AI adoption and sharing best practices to celebrate innovation and operational efficiency gains across the company, and we're proud of the way our teams are embracing this technology, the spokesperson said. The spokesperson said Amazon teams have the freedom to determine how to use AI tools and track that usage. While the tech giant does track AI token usage to measure cost, it does not encourage tokenmaxxing. So anyways, there you go. So Amazon is trying to get away from the idea of tokenmaxxing, and this seems to be a very bad concept that, you know, the idea is not dying nearly as quickly as it should, but at least it's dying. So hopefully tokenmaxxing is going the hell away. What do you think about this with these big companies, right, pushing the whole idea of tokenmaxxing for a little while now? Did you ever think that was a really wise idea? What do you think about this too, with this whole push for artificial intelligence, like from on high, but employees aren't really told what the expectations are. Employees don't really understand what the budgeting looks like. Employees don't really understand what the hell is going on. They're basically just told, look, we are laying off tens of thousands of employees from this company. We want you to implement artificial intelligence into your workflows. And if we don't feel like you're modernizing your workflow, you're gonna be laid off. Oh, Lordy. Just think about what that does to the employees. Just think about what that does to the company culture. Do you think that moves the ball in the direction the CEO wants the ball to go in? I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they are on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is in the doobly-doo. Also, if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.